Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I do a little bit of QA work in between episodes, and boy, in that last batch, I almost considered scrapping it and restarting it. There were a couple of mistakes made down here, and kind of facepalm things that I noticed as I was doing some post-processing and just reviewing of some of the things that I did. And I almost considered redoing them, but you know, it's fine. It's just the module making facility, and I think I've said that a little bit. So we'll go and address that and get that fixed and running at least somewhat acceptably. But first, I came up here to grab some logistic robots. And we are making logistic robots down here. We have a chest full of them that we're making. We have 89 of them, 90 of them. 91 of them. And that's fine. We're just not producing them at a very fast pace. And I'd like to get some more. One thing I did notice is that we have 640 of them in this network right here, basically the network of our main base, and I don't think we need those. So I want to go ahead and pull those out. The problem with pulling robots out of a network is that they are distributed amongst all of the roboports that you have. There are going to be some, like this one right here, that has 53. It's close to a logistic request area, so the robots will come and drop off their stuff, and they'll go to the nearest roboport. So they'll get sucked up in here, and that's fine. But there's still going to be a lot of them all over the place. So what I want to do is see if we can get all of this under one roboport. And it looks like if we fit this right... Can we fit it over here? Yeah, that's going to include them all. All right, and then let's grab a filter inserter. And let's see, let's just do steel chest for now. Actually, I think that's going to end up being a buffer chest. Let's make that a buffer chest. Actually, a requester chest would work for that better, I believe. Yeah, let's do that. Filter inserter coming out, and then a couple of fast inserters going out like that. So if we hook this up to our network, we can read out of this network our available logistic robots. And we can say, let's go ahead and set a filter because we only want to grab the logistic bots. And we can say if we have more than... I don't know, 200 available robots in the system, I want you to go ahead and start pulling those out. So we currently have 555 available. All right, let's stop this. We're going to put a condition on you too, so you don't just go and put them back in. So if we have over 200, which we currently do... that X is greater than that. Whenever a logistic robot comes in here, this guy is going to pull him out. So yeah, if we throw them in there, they're just going to be immediately pulled out. All right, and but we don't want to just completely starve out the entire system if we need a lot of them. So we can put like a little valve here. Oops, all right, that was already there. That says if there's less than 200, go ahead and enable it. Less than, let's say less than, I want to say like less than 10. Because I think that's what we're set on. Let's do like 100, and I'll reevaluate that here in a second. All right, so that's not going to pull them all out immediately, but eventually, because it's in this location where a lot of our logistic requests are going, the logistics bots, like this one right here, will drop that off. He'll go, and he'll jump in this roboport, and then this guy's going to pull him out. And as these requests get filled out, That's what we're going to see. We got 2 of them coming right here. They're going to go drop off their stuff. Closest roboport. And I guess he decided not to go in. But if he did, that guy would have grabbed him. Okay, we can speed this along a little bit as well by making like a request here. Let's take this spot right here. And let's do a request for railroad track of like, I don't know, maybe like 300? Request from buffer chests. And that's going to go send Logistic Robots. They are going to fulfill that request. Let's move this a little bit. They're going to go fulfill that request and fill up this box. And whenever they get their stuff here, they're going to come back to this roboport where they're going to get captured. At least that's the idea. And let's see. I want to go ahead and put a request here for... No, not those. Those. And let's do, like... Let's do like 1,000, maybe. So that will pull from the area down there. And at the same time as the robots come and fulfill that request, they will get pulled out whenever we're over that amount. And then if for some reason we should ever fall below that amount, they're going to put them back in. All right, and we'll start collecting up bots that way. We've already got almost 150 in there. Fantastic. All right, and is there any adjustment we need to make down here at this station? I don't think so. I think that'll just continue on. All right, so we need to head down here. How is power doing? Why is the production jumping up and down like that? Guys are out. You guys are producing. I'm tempted to run over here real quick and adjust this because I think our steam condition on that is very, very low. Where did I put my car? Is it down there? Yeah, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Let's get in the rocket-fueled tank here and head over here. And yeah, I want to adjust that tolerance on that steam just a little bit. Oh, good job. That gonna get replaced? Yes, okay. Yeah, let's see. What number are we at? That goes into you. We were saying 2K for Steam. I'm going to go ahead and say maybe 10,000. And the reason why I'm worrying about this now is as that module facility builds out, that is when we are going to start seeing... it's when we're going to start seeing a lot more energy being used, and then that 2,000 steam is going to give us a lot less bang for our buck. As you can see, okay, we almost dropped down to 0 there. So it looks like it is... looks like it is probably about right. And we need to adjust this. I think I've mentioned that before because we're either going to add another one of these setups or put in the 10 reactor setup. I was having some problems with the 10 reactor setup. And I've had them before, and I've never really spent the time to kind of figure out what was going on with them. So I would like to do that. And are we getting that little thing with petroleum again? I'm not worried about it. It's our main base. All right, let's get out of the tank before we destroy more things. Robots are here. You've got 100 in there. Are we not requesting from buffer chests? Probably not. All right, but that gives us a pretty good amount of them. We'll check our chest up here. We've got about, yeah, I'm liking those numbers a lot better. All right, let's go ahead. We'll hop in the train. Let's head over to the module making facility, and we will go ahead and fix some of the problems that I caused. All right, so let's just work from this iron column right here and work over to the left. One of the more obvious things is that I missed this inserter right here and copy-pasted it pretty much throughout the world. Let's see, we do have a stack there and a stack there. Can I right-click that and get a number for it? I don't think you can with the furnaces. I might just want to go ahead and increase that just for fun. And let's... How far are we limiting that? We're getting in 1 stack and limiting that to 2. I think I'm good with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and just paste this all through. So that gets not only the request set, but also all of those inserters that we missed fixed. I did that. That was me. I totally did that. And let's see, this is just a half column. All right, that'll help produce that. Now, we have the exact same problem going over here with copper as well, because why not? Let's go ahead and double that. Oh, you know what else I didn't do is I didn't set a request to pick up from buffer chests. That would have been wise. Here we are moving all of that stuff to buffer chests, and boy, I didn't even put them there. We're going to adjust that over there. That is on the list of things that I should have done better, but didn't. Okay, we'll set that. We'll go ahead and set that to request from buffer chest. I don't understand why that checkbox isn't checked by default, because I find myself wanting to request from buffer chests more than I don't want to request from buffer chests. I have used buffer chests in a location for stocking up my own stuff, which is what I kind of think they might have been for originally. But for what I use them for most of the time, I want that box checked, generally. All right, I think this isn't too bad. I think the green circuits I'm okay with. We'll go and check those out here in a second. But yeah, the red circuits, I noticed we have the exact opposite problem. In that, on the input side, the inserter is missing. So we're only going with about half of our red circuit machines. And as I was spot checking my work, I was a little bit confused by what I was seeing as far as the numbers of machines. Because they didn't add up to what I was seeing in the calculator as I was going and checking my work, and I was very, very confused by it. Until I finally realized what it was that I was doing. I set this up for... I basically set it up for one speed module and one productivity module machine, and let that just go from there. But what I didn't realize is at the time, what I also did was I used speed modules just to see how far I could bump it up with the same ratio. So that's why my numbers are a little bit higher than the default, because I think I have it set where there's like one speed module in a couple of these module maker machines to get that. It turns out to be like 7.5 a minute instead of 6.5 a minute for what that's worth. And let's see, I noticed something over here as well, and yeah, it's you right here. You've got productivity modules. We don't want productivity modules. We want speed modules. Which are under logistics? No, they're here. Speed module 1s, I believe, and technically I think you only need 5. That feeds into there. The 2s will come out here and feed into there. 12, 12, that makes you 12, 12, 10. What's that number? Okay, so that should be 12, 12, 10, and that should be 665. Why are you not working? Speed modules. Why are you not working circuits? All right, so yeah, those are some pretty major flaws that are going to affect some things fairly seriously, but I think it's in a position now where it'll work. How's our robot situation? We're at 0. Let's put like 100 in there. All right, that kind of emptied out kind of slow. We have available logistic bots, so I think we're in good shape. All right, I don't like this because we're seeing the exact same situation, what I was wanting to avoid. I think some of that had to do with the fact that these chests weren't requesting from buffer chests, and this should be better now. However, it's still not going to work the way I want. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over into steel chests. And let's see, let's go ahead and take that out. And we have some blue belt. We'll use some blue belt to turn this into a... we will turn this into a belt, a pseudo belt-based setup. I will take you out there. We will take you under there. And we'll empty onto that right there. You'll come over here and go out. Let's see. Keeping with that pattern, you will go down. Copy you, paste you there. Nope. Let's see. That would be Control Z, Control V. We will take that under. Let's see. I would like to combine these two lines, and let's put a filter of iron ore on the right. So those two lines will combine there, and then I want to do that here as well. You come back up. You mix together. Boy, that's a lot. What's going on? All right, we probably need to focus on making that northern-ish wall, or at least taking out some of those bad guys here soon. Okay, you guys are going to come out like that. And then I want you to come in here and feed into passive providers. Would that work? I think so. I'm trying to think if we really need the buffer chests. I tell you what, let's set them as buffer chests right now. Simply because I want that request going over. Oh, did I unplug everything? Apparently I did. And then let's turn these over to active providers. And that way these will drain out and get put up into there. Now, I think this should be good where this will unload evenly and the splitters will help kind of even those out so that it gets pulled from evenly. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. We will find out. And I don't know if it's more of a cosmetic thing, but I don't like this. Because we have enough ore here for this train to unload and move on. But it's just not happening. I just like my train cars to unload a little bit more evenly. All right, so that is a thing that is occurring. And I guess eventually we're going to want the exact same setup happening down here for copper. You're going to be in the way. You're going to be in the way of that dream. Are you guys still... Okay, that's still in range. How's this going? It's going slow is how it's going. All right, and that's going to come in right in like this area. Sacrifice some of these roboports. They're just mostly being used for charging. All right, this is good. I'll get to test my bit rate that I'm setting these videos at now. We'll see if it's any good or if it's just a big giant mess. That's one of the reasons why I avoided making bot bases. Concentrating on bot bases early on was because of bitrate issues. If you're curious of what I'm talking about, basically all the movement, it's really easy for me to record this at a fairly medium quality and have it look okay whenever I view it or whenever I even render it out to a video after editing. But when you upload it to YouTube, YouTube just takes that and basically just destroys it because YouTube likes to destroy all things beautiful, especially when it comes to Factorio playthroughs. So long story short, I have to basically do my Factorio videos at ridiculously high quality. Oh gosh, what have we done? No, stop, cease, desist. Make that not a thing anymore. Oh, so much iron ore. All right, that should be good there. We'll put you guys there. We'll turn these into passive providers. Okay, we'll turn you guys into steel chests. Maybe not like that. And let's see. I wonder if fast inserters would do this okay. I think it's going to be a little bit slow for the belt speed, but... Oh, yeah, you need to be... that. Just trim off the end there. And you need to be that. Oh, we put that one chest too high. Did we do it again? We did it again. Third time's a charm. All right, there we go. We got it that time. All right, that'll go into there. And then this is where even distribution is going to work out for us well. All right, that is emptying out at a decent speed. And we're not getting a preference on any particular lane or any particular belt. No, that is all evening out, which is what I'm wanting to see. Okay, and we'll plug in the iron station as soon as we get rid of some of this stuff. And let's see, we can set those to be passive providers. That's going to make it where these are emptied out first, and when these are all empty, then these will kick in. I believe that is the way that will work. Let's see, can we fit a couple of roboports in here? Not a couple, but we can fit 1, 2, 3, maybe? All right, we'll do the same down here once that is all done. All right, so how are we looking here? You are on the empty side, or you guys are on the full side. Copper is a little sluggish. Got a nice little surplus of green circuits going. You guys are missing wire, which is probably because we're missing copper. Do we have any modules? You guys are all producing. Do you have some stuff? Yeah, you got plenty of blue circuits. We have 6 speed module 3s, as well as 5 productivity modules. Let's get these guys working, and just kind of scanning over things, it looked like the best bang for our buck right now is going to be in the copper department. Productivity, throw some productivity in those. And how many speed modules do we have? Okay, we can do you, you, and you. All right, that'll get copper going out just a wee bit faster. And I probably should have did this one over here so we would have a module that we could copy and paste from space and be able to fill this out from across the map. Not quite up to 7.5 a minute yet. That'll be a while. But yeah, this is going to be a long process, and I'm hoping that everything is going to be good here. Yeah, let's go ahead and put those modules there. And how did I get these? What are those? Ones? All right, those will go and go where they need to be. All right, so hopefully that'll do a little bit better. You guys are getting a little bit of a crowd going here. I wonder if we can throw some of this, like, is there room in here? Yeah. That might be the way we go about doing it. but I don't want to fill up my trash slots too much in case we can't get rid of it. Just like that right there. All right, you guys are completely full too. Well, I mean, these still should get emptied out first, so I don't think there's any harm in doing this right here. Except that we don't have enough fast inserters. Boy, it's always something, isn't it? Oh, we've got all this stuff in our trash too. All right, well, we'll just drop this off here. And boy, I think this is going to be good for a while. We've actually got an excess of logistic bots here, so our bot trap probably wasn't necessary. Let's just take a look over here real quick at the oil situation, just to make sure that everything is producing. You guys are all backed up. Eventually, I think we're going to want to get... Hey, there's my cart. Eventually, I think we're going to get a station running up here that is going to be taking this excess oil and moving it elsewhere. I'm almost certain of it. Let's see. You guys are backed up. Yes, you are. You are backed up with petroleum. Why are you backed up with petroleum? Oh! I think I remember somebody mentioning something about that. All right, well, that'll help. You guys, yeah, you don't have enough light oil. That should be acceptable. All right, and as far as problems that I have are concerned, I think that is good. All right. Well, sorry about that. Yeah, I feel kind of bad. I could give excuses. I'm sure there are probably excuses that I could give, but I don't know. I don't know that it's. I don't know that it's worth giving. I just get in these long batch sessions and have a hard time. I miss something, and then that just compounds and compounds, and then it takes me a couple days to go back and fix it, and I feel like a fool for a very long time. But hopefully that is running well right now, though, and we at least know that it is producing modules of some sort. So that's a very good sign. All right, and that is all working. We have finished out our active provider chests. We'll go ahead and pull those up. And coal. We've only got one train running coal, so I'm not too concerned about that right now, I don't believe. All right, but thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to head back to the main base, and basically this is going to be the real ending that I meant for the last episode. Yeah. Let's see. We're not using our to-do list. Let's use our to-do list here. Add new. Let's see. We want a module. The module factory. That's going to be an item that we're going to have to talk about. We need to design a science module. Science. I would use module, but we're using module for module. We're making modules. We're using it as a verb and a noun. Design a science setup. Let's leave it at that. And my idea, just to give you kind of a big picture thing, is to design a science kind of module that's producing X number of science a minute or a second or whatever, and then be able to scale that around. I want to make up a solar factory for making solar. There we go. So that we can start moving our power over to solar, because it's a much more efficient, not in anything other than UPS. Well, I guess it doesn't really require anything. You just plop it down and it's done. And I also want a nuclear expansion, which is a lot more frame rate intensive because it involves fluids, which are very expensive. However, it's really easy to produce a lot of electricity very quickly. I would like a nuclear fuel setup for the trains. And I'm going to call it a make everything factory. We do already have a mall area down here, or whenever I say make everything, I mean a factory that makes all the things we need to make the factory. But the problem is that we're not producing it at near the scale that I think we're going to need it once we start expanding stuff out. I mean, part of that was making the module making facility. That is a big part of it, and we need to get radar down there. The other part of that is going to be doing things like making beacons and roboports and robots in just a more robust, more efficient manner. So that's on the list as well, but I have gone on a bit. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.